お疲れ様、カイトです。今日はなんとウェーブプールの大会に来ています。それも QS1000 です。実はこのウェーブプールの大会、オーストラリアで開催されるのは初めてみたいなんですよね。ということで今日もここアーバンサーフに来ています。そして今回もサポートしていただいているワイズジャパン様の協力のもと参加できています。本当にいつもサポートありがとうございます。今回珍しくライブもやってるんですよね。 YouTube とかですごいメディアも取り上げていて、しかもエキシビジョンでは応援ライトとコナー・レアリーさんがね出るということですごく盛り上がります。僕もヒート5なのでまだ時間はあるんですけど、今回メンズがレフトでウィメンズがライトなんですよね。でそれを動画で上がってたんですけど、応援ライトがコイントスをしてどっちをするかっていうのを決めたらしいんですよね。なかなかすごい決め方だと思います。で今回、僕は一人で来ているので撮影してくれる方がちょっといないんですけど、今回ライブカメラがあるのでそこで僕のヒートの様子とかをお届けしようと思ってます。ウェーブプールの大会自体、僕も初めてなのでめちゃめちゃ楽しみです。最高の波でできることに感謝して頑張っていきます。
I'm here with my brother
Hi guys,
Kaito.
yeah. It's my bro.
Yeah, Kaito, brother.
Alright, you guys ready?
We are ready.
Yeah,
We're ready.
I'm taking my YouTube channel.
Yeah, sick.
Zhang and the team.
How do I say I'm ready in Japanese?
Jimmy Banta.
Jimmy Banta.
Jimmy Banta.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Banta.
Banta. But thank you guys. Cheers.
And thank them for having us on their land today. We'll make this really quick.
さあ運命の一戦始めました。第1回、このジャービス選手は台湾の大会で QS で優勝してますね。ちょっとね試合の感じルール一応聞いたんですけど、やっぱりまだみんなこうなんか様子見って感じなので、この第1ヒートで様子見ですね。どんな感じか、こう乗ったらこう壁側に向かって、水泳波に乗るって感じですね。2本乗って終わりみたいですね。4人入っていて2人が乗って波が止まりましたね。で、次はさっき乗った人以外2人が波に乗ります。出ますね。ちょっと点数の方がね聞こえてないんで何とも言えないんですけど、今はこれで大体ねどれぐらい点が出るのかっていうのも、見ておいた方がいいですね。何をすれば点が出るのか。でこれが2本目の波になります。ここでゼッケンをもらってパドルアウトしていきます。4本乗れるみたいですね。でもそのうちカウントされるのは2本ですね。ベスト2ウェーブということで、結構、点数の見方としてはやっぱりマニューバーだけじゃなくエアとかトリックを入れるとやっぱり7ポイントとかにつながってくるので、ここマニューバーだけだと、6点台なのかなって気もしますね。でもその質にもよると思うんですけど、ちょっと点数の見方とかを見ていろいろどのサーフィンが点出るのか見ていこうと思います。ちなみにこの今コメンテーターの人、僕のソーリーベイビーは昨日飛行機でたまたま出会って今回、初対面になったんですけど、ソーリーもめっちゃいい人で、このコメンテーターの人もめっちゃいい人で、まさかのタクシー代出してくれました。超ラッキーです。
He obviously identified that the turn that he did at the very start wasn't up to scratch, and just thought, that was the only way to be able to make up for his mistake on the first turn. So yeah, I think it's a good outlook on it, and yeah, he's looking pretty good.
He's looking gnarly. Kaito Kurokawa there getting ready. Shared a taxi with him from the airport last night. Lovely young lad from Japan, living up at Varsity Lakes on the Gold Coast, and as you can see, I don't think he's ever not got a smile on his face. Pretty small area on the wave.
It's one of them waves where I feel like it's very risky to be really tight in the pocket, because you can get stuck behind and then kind of have to chase your way back onto the face. So, I mean, from what, got to get up and just start turning. It's such, I feel like you can get 5 or 6 turns in a wave, but
sort of upping your equipment, a bit more volume, a bit more length to sort of aid in the fact of when the majors come, they're major.
For sure, and you base it off the best guys in the world. You know, you got the Medinas and the Philippes and Ilo and all that who, you know, someone like Medina, for example, who's similar size and build to me. You know, I watch his surfing a lot, and it's all about that quality, you know, when you are hitting the lip, and then it's just kind of picking your times and not doing too much. But then when you have to do something, you're doing it properly. So, because, yeah, I feel like that's the most important thing with surfing these days.
Yeah, definitely. And talk to me about time on the wave. It just seems like that top level guy that you're competing against, they just seem to have all the time in the world.
And that's what's going to get him, you know, towards the final.
And you're just here for a bit of fun, or you're back into competitive mode and trying to get back on that CT?
I'm sort of planning the rest of this year out, a bit of fun, but next year, head down. I've decided to...
Epic, mate. That's where you belong on the CT. Former Vulcan Pipe Pro winner, Solly Bailey. Good luck for the rest of the event, mate.
Cheers. Thanks.
Interesting, I think.
Yeah. Oh, amazing first turn to try and put your best foot, you know, forward as early as you can. These guys are all high level, and the quicker you can bring your best, I think is, you know, ultimately that's where you're going to put pressure on your other competitors. And again, easier said than done here from the booth. We don't lose any heats in here, do we, Connor?
No, we don't. But it was good to see. It's good to see Ty throw the kitchen 100%, and the judges just see it straight up. So you've got to kind of keep up with their pace and run with it. So yeah, it's kind of a great mindset for improvement and progression. So yeah, it's only positive.
Looked a lot more locked in and controlled. This is Mikey Clayton Brown from Port Stephens. Mikey's going to be really well suited to this event. He is one of the most consistent surfers I've ever seen.
Nice pace. Actually, he came up to the commitment aspect of surfing these days is what's going to win your heats. And it's definitely becoming more and more important and more obvious as the years progress. So, wow. Commitment.
Kaito-san, that was amazing.
That was pure commitment on the backhand and quality over quantity just then, which is what the judges want to see.
Let's see what Ty brings to the game here.
Can tell he's scaling it back a little bit compared to that first one.
Yeah.
But it was something that's really inspiring to me. Here we go. Mikey Clayton Brown.
Here we go. He's got a 5.17 and a 5.2, and I know Mikey does a lot of these events, and I think this would be something he's trying to work on now. It's time for him to throw the kitchen sink at it, and I definitely think he did a better job on that wave. So we see Louis Oates here. Oh, that was a nice turn. It's just definitely a different bit of tempo difference there between, you know, say Mikey. Could you grab us that coffee on the rack over there? Cheers, bro.
Here we go, White. Ty. Feel like he's putting a bit more mungle in this wave. And a fourth. He's going to be happy with this wave, I think. Still going. That was his 6th turn.
They'll dictate to you who's going to be next, what colour. So you don't have to be concerned about it. Just be ready when they say which colour. So for example, the first set will be red and blue. And the same with the women's, it'll be red and blue. And then the second one will be white and green.
Because it is pretty pressurised.
It's almost like you need something to think about.
Yeah.
You know, like you need someone else to like take it away from the fact that you're up.
Yeah. It's I think it's, you know, having this event with that variety piece, and I think that's what we'll need today. We've got Ty Coulis here on the left. Oh, this kid's impressed me so far. He fell on his first wave, really going for it, but I was appreciating the attitude. Just got a little hung up there on the last turn, but I was stoked to see him getting after it. He looked pretty.
ラウンド1、結果は2位で通過しました。やりました。いやー、最後のやつちょっとね映ってなかったらしいんですけど、7点出すことができて、ニードポイントが 7. 点なんぼで1番だったんですけど、それが出せなくて2番だったんですけど、一番自分が持ってた点数で一番高いのを出したので、すごく嬉しいです。だんだんやっていくことに点数も上がっていったんで、すごく調子も上がってきました。次はクォーターファイナル、準々決勝です。でもやっぱり最初の1本目は緊張しましたね。もうここで入るのも2回目やし、昨日も練習したんですけど、やっぱり今日自体は初めてなので、海入ったのは、海というかプールに入ったのは だからちょっと緊張したんですけど、でもやっぱり体は覚えていたので、もう身を任せるままって感じでしたね。すごく人も集まってきて盛り上がってきているので、次も頑張ります。
So
Everywhere I go.
A little high on that last one, but Kaito, 6.53, gets through.
Gets through. And we were Jagger Dean, not enough there at the end either.
But yeah, it's hard to tell. He's got a 9 and an 8.5 and an 8, so all kind of blending into the
with
same.
one more score still to come in.
Yeah.
White and Mia Huppets is in green. Best 6 waves. Well, 6 waves, best 2 count in the semi-finals.
Yeah,
In semi-final stage, men are surfing the left. Oh, fun fact there. She also a few years ago was part of the Rising Tides program at the Margie's Pro. So she went from being just a cute little grommet who was looking up to her heroes to suddenly surfing a heat against Steph Gilmore at her home break.
This year, get into the main event of the Raquel Pro. Surfed that wave pretty good, and Kaito straight into the lip there. Got the buzzer beater in the last heat.
Wow. Almost flirted with the rail there as if he's looking for a little pig dog. And he got a little bit discombobulated after that, and the wheels came off. Those first 2 turns, very lively. Mike Clayton Brown, his opener was a 617. Bodie
4.8s, and then I really enjoyed that Zave and Micah going head-to-head, and Zave coming up with the second place and a progression in the finals. We see Bodie Williams missed a spray turn. Just came off on that last section there, so yeah, you have to pretty impressive surfing if you want to get into that final stage.
Yeah, I was had a quick chat
Of section by section, so it's been pretty impressive by Jarvis.
like we were talking about earlier. It's kind of cool to have that element in here. Still that natural kind of instinct of what you'd have sort of in the ocean, as we see Kaito here.
Kaito has impressed me. Got through on a buzzer beater last heat, but really fast surfer and not afraid to throw some fins on his backhand. Tylee Wiley, king of the pool, is, trying to make that official today. Just falls off on that layback.
Third and fourth position already after your first 2 waves. Like there's no time to really. Oh, it's a beautiful turn there from Bodie. That was awesome. Oh, this wave is a low tide one. He couldn't bit late to the lip there. Beautiful surfing.
Yeah, and these surfers are aware. You know, they're smart competitors.
They're aware, but it's like again, and rather than dwell on it, which you can do in your heats when you don't have things go your way. So we see Tully here. He's got a 7.33 and a 4.17. He'd be looking to pretty much replace both of those numbers, I reckon. He wants to try and get up around that same total that Jarvis has been getting because.
You notice that the inside of that wave was a fair bit smaller for Tully, so he had to rely on his outside work. Some nice rail game to start that one, as we see Kaito with a bit more of a vertical inside section. See if he can make the most of it. Too vertical.
Too vertical. He cannot make the most of it on this occasion.
Yeah.
Good spot for a bit of plane spotting.
Vertical into that first turn.
Go Bodie here on the left. Oh, excuse me, Goofy Footer going right. This is his, I believe, 4th opportunity.
He's got that air on lock. That's hard to do on that section.
Definitely. We've got Mikey Clayton Brown here.
He's coming unstuck. That's my kind of move, so that's what I like to stick to. But
Victorian
Kaito,
staple.
Yeah, his move is definitely just the backhand, fins out, spray. Good first couple of turns. See if we can get the inside section here. Okay, so it looks like we'll get Tully on the 5th wave, and you'll notice the wave will be a little different. So let's see if he tries to take advantage of that inside steeper section on this one.
Oh.
And he does. He throws the fins out on that. Bit more whitewash here. Interesting to see what he did. I saw spray. I didn't see him any opportunity.
Yeah, any opportunity you get that leggy in there.
So this is an important score as well. And he served it.
Yeah, he's definitely ripping.
Well, yeah, he's happy with that as well. Has it locked in yet, Stace?
I think it's a 6.97.
Fair enough.
I must admit, the action is so thick and fast here. It is a little hard to keep up with scores sometimes.
So Bodie going.
There we are, another spit on the right-hander. It's very attention-grabbing.
Layback first turn there from Tully into another one. He's liking the feeling of that turn. Big wrapping carve.
You have the hot tub cranking here at Urban Surf, but I think today's a bit more of maybe of an ice bath special.
I was thinking a bit of a Jack Freestone ice bath. I am cooking. Kaito. Really needs to finish this one strong. She's got a few mid-range 5s. It just doesn't cut it at this stage of the contest. But he has gotten to the 7s today, so he is capable. Found out today. I'm very impressed with the way she's been surfing.
Did you see her the year she was it like in a heat, like bar nowhere? And Willow had a heat that day, and she was absolutely charging.
Does any Western Australia ever get scared of the ocean?
I don't think they do. No, they're much like you guys down here.
Oh, yeah.
All glory.
Not me, because I can't get out the back, but all these crew in the...
Doesn't mean you don't have the heart.
Yeah, I try. I try to get my little...
I've seen you in a big Winky Pop cave.
Yes, I somehow...
The jet ski out the back that day.
Yeah, I must have got jet ski assist. As we see Kaito needing a score. Oh,
He's done it before.
he has done it before.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
He needs to be perfect.
Yes!
He's done it again! Yes! Wow. I don't know about done it again, but he's executed, so
Yeah.
we'll see what the judges think, but...
He's given himself a shot. He's still going.
I love it.
Jeez.
Oh, wizardry. I like it. Big hook out of the top. Beautiful wrap. And another turn. It's just that third turn there doesn't give Tully the love he probably would want with the, fin through the lip spray kind of situation, but a well-surfed wave nonetheless. And just love the rotation in the carve there through the middle of that wave, adding to the variety piece of the criteria.
Wow. Well, Kaito,
What do you reckon?
I don't think so, but I love the passion, and I know there's a few ex-QS veterans such as Cabo Oren probably shredding a tear on the beach about that one. That
The
was
only
a claim
thing
and a
that
half.
concerns me about this ride is that it needs to be the best wave of the heat. And when I frame it up like that, I don't know that it is the best wave of the heat. But
I could see it as almost the second best wave.
I agree. It's
Yeah.
up there. It's up there. But I think Tully's, 7.33s and 6.83s pretty impressive. So we'll see how we go. Mikey Clayton Brown will be biting his nails.
I think it just didn't really have. So
Here we go. Scores coming in. They're looking good, but not good enough. A 6.37. It was Kaito's best ride. However, it wasn't enough to get through. Formality here. The score is in. He needed a 7.6 something, and this is a 6.63 from Kaito Kurokawa. Always nice to put your best wave on the board as your last attempt. However, he will be kicking himself that he didn't have more than a 5.5 in the scoreline to begin with, because his surfing's there. He just got to do it on 2 waves, Harry.
Yeah, impressive finish. He surfed that wave pretty incredibly well. Just, I don't think he had the big finish, and he probably could have gone a little bit harder at the start, but...
And a bit harder on the claim.
Yeah, the claim wasn't quite there.
Not the same as the other one.
Yeah, he had one big claim and then backed up with the second. Maybe a third he would have got there.
Yeah. Semi-final finish for Kaito.
お疲れ様でした。結果は5位でした。最後の1本で、4位のポジションから3位になったので、トータルで見ると5位っていうことなんですけど、いやー、悔しいですね。あともう1本だったし、あれが最後のやつが一番良かったんで、それをもっと早く出していれば相手にもっとプレッシャー与えれたんだろうなとも思うし、そこはね、もう何を言っても変わらないので仕方ないんですけど、最初の方の5点台のやつが自分の中でもっとできたっていうのがあって、なのでそこを多分6点台とか7点台に多分持っていけたっていうのがあったので、そしたらリードも縮まってたと思うし、自分の中で反省すべき点はあるんですけど、逆に最後そのセミファイナルの中で自分が持ってるやつの中で一番高いポイント出せたのは良かったんじゃないかなとは思いますね。5点台がすごく多かったんですよね。自分の中で満足いってないやつも5点台だったりとかで、逆にいったやろってやつが5点台で、もうちょっと厳しいかもって思ったんですよね。もうマニューバーだけじゃもうダメなのかなとか思って、最後の1本もうエアーするかもうちょっと迷ったんですけど、僕はやっぱり今までずっと磨き上げてきたマニューバーで勝負をしたかったし、自分のマニューバーは点が出るっていうことを信じてたので、やっぱりマニューバーで最後も勝負しました。届きはしなかったんですけど、悪くない点数は出たので、次はもう少し、バリエーションを増やしていきたいなと思います。例えばリバースだったりとか、それこそエアーとかできるようにしたいと思ってます。今回セミファイナルで敗退ということで QS1000 だと過去最高位になりますね。前 QS1000 でクォーターファイナルで負けたんですけど、ワンオンマンだったので5位だったんですよね。で今回は4人ヒートだったので、セミファイナルにはいたけど、5位なんで、同じ順位は5位なんですけど、セミファイナルに行ったのは初めてだったので、そういう意味では過去最高位になると思いますそしてこれが今年最後の大会となりました。最後の大会で表彰台に登って優勝したいっていう気持ちが強かったので、それができなくてすごく残念でしたが、次の大会につながる課題が見つかったり、すごく自信もついたので、この調子で来年に向けてまた練習を頑張って大会で優勝できるように頑張ります。皆様今年1年間応援してくださりありがとうございました。今回大会への援助をしてくださった、バイジャパン様、本当にありがとうございました。そしてこれからゴールドコースで、レンタカーだったり車の修理などでお困りの際は、ぜひバイジャパン様のもとへ、行ってみてください。では今回の大会お疲れ様と思ってくださる方はぜひ、高評価の方とチャンネル登録もして応援してくださると嬉しいです。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは See ya, マイシュッ